Now, I have to admit that if I had gotten this far off track the first day or two or the first week or two that I was in Mexico, I'd probably be kind of freaking out a little bit now. Good morning, folks. I have my coffee, and I also got this delicious pastry. It's a warm chocolate croissant. Super good. Tuck likes it too. Very buttery and flaky and chocolatey. Not probably the healthiest breakfast, but it was a great breakfast. Coffee was really good too. But now it's time to hit the road. And we are only about 75 miles from the border, but this is Baja California, Mexico. We are in the off-road capital of the world. So we're going to go take a dirt road. And it's going to take me a little while to actually get to the border. Aurora! Of course, we have to make it out of this very busy city before we can get to dirt. It's really busy. Despite all the traffic, I actually kind of like this town. As I mentioned before, I was fully prepared to not be thrilled with Ensenada. But it actually looks like a kind of cool town. Like, there's a lot going on here. I wonder if there's a university here, because this completely reminds me of a university town. Like, it has all the very cute little cafes and little public spaces that you would find in your typical university town. Now let's hope we pass a gas station. Gasoline has been obtained. The tank is full. And now I gotta make my way out of town, which is gonna be a little bit challenging because it's a little maze-like here with a lot of traffic. We've made it out of the city. Thank goodness. I get a little anxious driving in the city. This landscape is extraordinary. We are very quickly getting into mountainous territory. The road is winding and it's quite beautiful and different. There's some green here, like for real, way more green than I have seen so far on this entire peninsula. And there are trees, full size, like big trees.
That's a tree. That's an honest to goodness full-size tree. I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's a tree.
These mountains made of just piles of big chunky granite boulders are pretty neat. Kind of surreal looking out here. We're gonna give Tuck an opportunity to stretch his legs a little bit. Good boy. And we can get a better look at these little boulder hills. I don't know what elevation we're at, but it's kind of high. Like we're near the top of the mountains right around here. And the weather is very pleasant. And all these boulders are cool. And there's a shrine right here. We're gonna go take a look at the Lady of Guadalupe shrine that I could see from the highway. Oh, what a lovely shrine. And people have been here recently to light the candles. And what's extra cool is that painting is actually on a big boulder, and they built the little shelter for it attached to the boulder. I'll show you. So there's the shrine. If we come to the side, this is a big rock. And they built the shrine right up against the rock. But that's not the only cool thing here. I don't know how close I can get to it. I'm calling that Alligator Rock. I don't know that I would have seen that if I hadn't stopped to look at the shrine. It would have been going by so fast on the highway. But there's all kinds of fun little things here and there, wherever you go. We are dropping down into the Ojo Negros Valley, and I gotta decide how far I want to go because it's getting later. Because I am poor at time management when I'm on the road, so it's later in the day. There are potential camp spots about an hour past here, but I say potential because they're actually in a national park, and so I don't know if they allow dogs, and I've tried to find that information, and some say yes, it's fine, and some say no dogs. And I mean, dogs aren't allowed to go on any of the trails or anything in the national park, but I just don't know whether they're allowed in the campgrounds. And it looks like we have a National Guard checkpoint coming up. They didn't even want to ask me any questions at that checkpoint. They were just like, go, go, go. We're not interested in you. We are coming into Ojo Negros, and it's beautiful farm country. Ojos Negros is a very cute little farming town. I mean, not a lot here, but it's very nice. In addition to wheat, which I can see that they're growing, there are also some wineries and some dairy farms. Apparently cheese is a big thing here. I was thinking this road is not going to be paved. Apparently it's paved for at least part of it. Oh, and as I just said that, I can see where it becomes not paved anymore. We're pausing for a moment to let all the air out of the tires before we hit the dirt, because it's going to be 60 miles of dirt. All the stickers on the signs here are just kind of crazy. Do we recognize any of them? Obviously, they're going to be pretty heavy on the Mexican dirt bike riders and off-road peoples. All right, we're looking at the signs here. La Huerte Turístico Eco Center, 8 kilometers. 17 kilometers, Rancho Santa Lucia, Rancho Castillo de Roca. Doesn't say how far that one is. Hopefully we can find some camping at one of these ranchos. We're crossing our fingers. Because a lot of stuff is closed now because it's summer and this is not the high season here. We are headed back towards Parque Nacional Constitution National Park. And dogs aren't allowed to do anything in the national park. But there are a lot of campsites around the national park and places to camp that are nearby. So I'm hoping that we can get one of those. I'm actually hoping that there's something sooner than that, because that's actually like a bit of a ways down this road, and I'm ready for a camp spot, so we'll see if there's anything along the way. But this is gorgeous mountain country. If you remember from when I first got into Mexico, I went to a hot spring that was in these beautiful mountains, and these are those mountains. We're just on the west side of them. As far as I know, there's no way over the mountains in a vehicle. So it would be a many, many hour drive to get back to that hot spring area all the way around the mountains. Along this 60-mile road, there is only one wild camping spot that I can find, and it's a ways. I don't know that I'm gonna want to go all the way there, so hopefully we can find something before that. And I think that this is almost all private ranch land, and hence the no wild camping spots. It's all fenced off for cattle. And I've seen some cattle. How you doing there, buddy? Yeah, you were sleeping earlier, but now you're getting a little anxious. Yeah. It's pretty though. There are actual pine trees back here, or other cone-bearing trees. I guess I didn't look that close at them to see what kind they were, but we're gonna see more. These mountains actually get snow in winter. I don't think they get much snow, but they can get snow. Now that there's more trees and I'm closer to them, they look a lot like ponderosa pines. They've got the long needles and kind of reddish trunks. Now I don't know if ponderosas grow this far south, but they do look like them. Status update. I just drove about an hour out of my way the wrong way. I am now going the correct direction, but it is getting later. The sun is getting close to being down, and I have not found a place to camp. And we're still quite a distance from the main places to camp. I can get a little bit of speed on this road, so we're picking up the pace. I've been going by a number of little ranchos, and if I see somebody out and about in one, I'm gonna ask if I can camp there. But I haven't seen anybody out and about. Now I have to admit that if I had gotten this far off track the first day or two, or the first week or two that I was in Mexico, I'd probably be kind of freaking out a little bit now. And I'm not. I mean, I'm annoyed at myself, and I'm tired, and I would like to find some place to camp, but where we're driving right now is very safe. Even after dark, it's gonna be very safe. So I'm not too worried if we can't find a spot before dark. But I really hope we find our spot before dark. Chuck is tired of being in the car. I'm tired of being in the car. I hope we find some place soon. And little Tuck is hanging in there. We have found home for the night. Are you very excited? This is Willow Arroyo Ranch. Whatever the name in Spanish for willow is. It's not willow, but Sal. Arroyo Sal Ranch. Maybe that's the word. I was driving along and I saw a guy and I was like, hey, do you have camping? And he was like, yeah, we have camping. They have cabins, not camping, but this will do. This is an adorable little camping cabin with a kitchen and a bathroom with a hot water shower. And a wood stove. And let's see if we need to put another piece or two in there. Yeah, I would be happier if I had some tools. All right, awesome. And there's a loft. We're not sleeping in the loft. Let's go take a look. This was definitely a Mexican-made ladder, and I will show you why after we take a peek up here. 2 beds up in the loft. The ladder is built in. It's attached to the railing here. The treads actually are at an angle this way instead of being parallel to the ground. Makes it a little bit awkward to walk up the ladder when the treads are not parallel to the ground. Somebody didn't know exactly how to build a ladder. Tuck has already had his dinner. Gave him his dinner right off the bat. And he's already been running around like a crazy man all around this property. Which is good. He needed to get that out. All right. I am making myself some little cold refried bean burritos. But I have to tell you about these tortillas. Like, we have to talk about this. This is the brand Puesta del Sol. And I don't know whether that's a local brand or a national brand or what. But these are the most amazing tortillas. Like, they're super thin. You can probably see my hand through them. Well, maybe. I don't know. And so delicious. These are absolutely amazing. And I hope I can find these when I get back into the States because I have never had such good tortillas. And these are really good refried beans. Isadora, I think you can buy that in the States. I'm way too lazy to go out to the car to get my knife that actually cuts things. So we're making do with my dinner knife. It's working. Actually, it's shaving the onion really thin. Nothing wrong with that. I wish I had some lime. I don't have lime. You're gonna put some cucumber on here because I've got some. And I've got to eat it before we cross the border. Oh, and that cuts very nicely with my kitchen knife. Or my dinner knife, whatever this is. It's not a cutting things knife. But it's working just fine for cutting. I've got to eat all my tomatoes really quick too. Let's see if, oh, that's working to cut my tomatoes too. Of course, I did realize I have to go out to the car anyway again because I got to put my extra stuff back in the fridge. And it'd probably be better if I actually cooked stuff, but it's late and I'm tired. And eating cold burritos is kind of like eating cold pizza. I'm perfectly fine with it. And a little whatever this stuff is. I like this stuff. Guacamole, salsa, Herdes. You can for sure buy this in the States, and it's pretty good. All right. There's dinner. My improvised burritos. Let's get some more wood in the fireplace. Definitely going to have to add some more wood because it's cold here. Like, actually cold. I might have to put on real shoes tomorrow. And I brought my super warm sleeping bag in. This is minus 10 degrees. And guys, I think that's it for tonight. We'll see you in the morning. Good morning, folks, from my little cabin in the mountains of Mexico. This is fantastic. I mean, it's very rustic, obviously, but it was a great place to spend the night. And Tuck is extraordinarily happy because there are 2 ranch dogs that he has been playing with all morning. Did Tuck wear you out? Yeah, he's crazy. Hop in. Good boy. You're kind of filthy. It's time to leave our little cabin behind and head down the road. Aurora. You're not super excited about leaving because you made very good friends and you are filthy dirty. He played for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, something like that with the ranch dogs. And yeah, he's filthy and happy. I just put up my OnX because it's a little bit of a maze right around here. This is a little spot where there's a bunch of little rancheros and it's a maze. But OnX is getting me through it. OnX, it should sponsor me. This trip and coming back here would not have been possible, and I would not have found it without OnX. It's rather remarkable how much this looks like Colorado, except for different color sand. In Colorado, it's going to be red from the red granite, pink granite, but remarkably like Colorado. Bienvenidos, Parque Nacional Constitución de 1857. I don't know how to say 1857 in Spanish. Let's see if there's somebody manning the entrance station. I don't think there's anybody here. I think you only actually have to pay if you're camping. Pretty sure. I think this area here is like the park headquarters. There's not many signs. And that you can rent cabins there too. They do not have dog-friendly cabins in the park. And we are approaching what is basically the centerpiece of this park, which is a laguna, a high mountain lake. Well, high mountain for Baja California, Mexico. Ooh, there's not much water in that lake. There's supposed to be a big lake right there, which probably looks really, really cool with water in it because of all of the rock outcroppings. And that's probably an island when there's water in it. But there ain't no water. We're gonna drive all the way around the laguna and maybe there will be water at some point. Maybe we just can't see it from here. The satellite image for this area shows actual water in the lake, but I don't know if that's a seasonal thing or maybe some years it just doesn't have water. The guy that I got the cabin from did say that this is a very dry year, and that they're concerned because it's so dry. I think this is one of the main parts of the laguna, and Yeah, there's no water at all. Still quite beautiful though. I just love these jumbles of big white rocks. It is lovely and a little chilly, which is amazing. I'm very happy to have a little chili. This has been the Laguna. It is quite lovely up here, and I imagine that if you live on the Baja Peninsula, particularly the northern portion of the Baja Peninsula, that this would be a very welcome respite from the heat. And now we got to figure out how to get out of here. The road I was going to take is in very poor condition and doesn't look like it is very drivable. So I'm looking at on X, and there is an alternate route that we're going to check out. I'm seeing flowers blooming all over the place, including Indian paintbrush. They have a beautiful variety of Indian paintbrush here. You will definitely see Indian paintbrush in Colorado. It's kind of neat that you see it down here too. And the agaves are blooming. It's not a ton of flowers, but they stand out. This is a pretty wicked cool rocky area to drive through, but I've got to wonder what the story is with these two cars wrecked here. We've got one car over here, and I guess this one's not wrecked, it's just really broke down. I've seen a few wrecked cars along here. You may be able to see those cool rocky rocks outside Tuck's window, and there's an iOverlander pin for camping out there. But for the life of me, I cannot figure out how to get out there. So we're going with plan B and headed toward Tecate. We've still got like 40 miles of this dirt road, but we will be on the highway after that and rolling into Tecate. We've been going for a ways and are still in the pine trees. These are not ponderosas anymore. They're smaller and scrubbier. I think maybe a white pine. And there's a cow. Hey, cow. How you doing, cows? How's your day? These trees are smaller and scrubbier, and I think they're some kind of white pine. And I'm also seeing some junipers, which just tells me we're getting lower in elevation. But it's still pretty amazing that there are real trees covering so much land when we have been going through so much desert. Just cruising through the somewhat crazy back streets of Tecate because I forgot to turn off the avoid highways thing on Google Maps. So we're getting a backstreet tour. It's busy. It would be less busy if I had remembered to turn off the avoid highways option because the hotel I found is right off of the highway. Oh well, we get a little more of the flavor of the real Mexico before we leave her. We made it intact. Maybe not my sanity, but we're physically intact. You all settled in? You're actually probably going to be tired. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you need some belly rubs. It's important. This is a very cute hotel. I'll show you a little bit more of it in the morning, probably. It's old and charming, and I like it a lot. And it actually wasn't crazy expensive. It was it was less than the cabin I rented last night. So there you go. And tomorrow morning we will cruise through Tecate and the old town part of it, not the crazy outlying parts of it. And we'll be crossing the border. Yeah. See you guys in the morning. Are you ready to go? You ready to go? Let's do this. I am not ready to go. I could spend one heck of a lot more time exploring Mexico. There's a whole lot more Mexico to explore than what we have seen, but you know, I ran out of money. So we're going home and we are crossing the border today. But first we got to get a car wash because the Jeep's a little dirty. Pretty typical of car washes in Mexico. It's a couple of guys and a pressure washer, and they did a great job, and it cost me 100 pesos, $5. Well, I think I found the line of cars back into the U.S. I'm gonna have to get in that line. My plan was to get out of the car and do a little walk and talk around the very bustling town square in Tecate, but the pavement's too hot. I can't walk little Tuck, and it's too warm to leave him in the car. So we are waiting in the border line. Supposedly, this is one of the shorter border lines and easier to cross, but it's a Saturday. It just worked out to be a Saturday. I guess I could have waited a couple more days, but I'm kind of ripping the Band-Aid off. I know I gotta go home, so we're just going. It is 1 o'clock right now as we have entered the line for the border. I suspect these people selling stuff along the borderline are probably making bank. Nobody's selling tacos though. If somebody were selling tacos, I'd be buying. But I've seen some honey and sweets and ice cream and chips and stuff, but no tacos. As I'm waiting in this very long line to exit Mexico, I am going through all my plans to come back. We're for sure coming back. We're gonna finish the journey. I don't know when, but we're gonna finish it. And there's so much more to see in Mexico. We've seen 2 states on one peninsula, and there's a bunch more. Mexico has some incredible territory, and we saw a tiny slice of it in the beautiful beaches, the incredible Gulf of California. And I saw whales for the first time ever in the wild, which is amazing. And beautiful mountains and deserts, and there are so many charming little small towns. But I think Mexico's greatest treasure is the people. I have met so many kind and welcoming people here that it's just astounding. It's a culture of people taking care of each other, and it's a very refreshing change And it's the biggest reason why I want to come back to Mexico. I mean, I want to see all the stuff too, but the people are what makes Mexico, Mexico. And it's awesome. Easy peasy through the border, and it only took 45 minutes in line. That's not too bad. We are in California now. I have global entry and sentry, which means my vehicle and myself are basically already cleared to come into the country. And he only asked a couple of questions, like, where are you from and what'd you do in Mexico? Where are you going? And that was it. And I'm in. They asked me 0 questions about the dog. Technically, I did not have to get my screwworm certificate or the CDC import form or have my rabies vaccine available, but I had all that just in case. But I follow the rules, and it would really bite if it were one of the days that they actually were checking all that stuff and you didn't have it. You would have waited in line and then had to go back. So I'm very glad I had that stuff done, but no, he didn't even look at the dog. Tecate was a little bit higher in elevation than a lot of the rest of the peninsula, except for where we were in the real high elevation stuff. I don't know what elevation it actually is. It's this. But it was a little bit cooler. I mean, it wasn't cool, but it was maybe 80 degrees when we were in Tecate, which isn't too bad. Almost immediately after crossing the border, we start climbing into some bigger mountains, and I think we're going to have better weather. What do you think, little buddy? I had to put on the 4-wheel drive and get a few new pinstripes on the Jeep, but I think we found a pretty good camp spot here in Cleveland National Forest and the Laguna Mountains. I've never been here before, and this was just a pin on iOverlander. Well, there was a nearby spot that was a pin on iOverlander, but that was taken, so I drove deeper into the forest and found us a nice spot. We don't have gorgeous mountain views here, but it's nice and tucked away in the forest, so that is nice. And my plan from here is to jet home as fast as I can and get started on finding a job and finish editing videos, because I've still got a number of videos to edit, because this isn't real time. But maybe by the time I finish the Mexico videos, I will have a job. What do you think, buddy? What do you think? Was this a good spot? Oh, there's so many things for you to investigate. Yeah, it's good. Did you know you're back in the United States? And look at all the wildflowers around. I hit this area at the right time for wildflowers. And I've been seeing these giant shrubs all over the place. And I was thinking that they must be some kind of berry, like edible berry, but they're not, which is a bummer. They're called, I forget what they're called. I'll put it up here. But they don't have an edible berry as far as my apps are concerned. And guys, I'm getting dive bombed by hummingbirds at my camp. It's awesome. Did you get tired of running around? I'm not gonna film on the way home because I'm just going as fast as possible. So this is it, guys. We are transitioning into a new phase. The journey is ending. My journey isn't ending, but this journey is ending for now, or at least being put on pause until I can save up some more cash. And I think that's it for today, guys. And I want to thank all of you for coming along with me. It's amazing that you guys have all been coming along with me. And I hope you'll stick around and see where the channel goes. And eventually I will be headed back down to Mexico. But it's going to take me a while to save up some money. So, guys, that's it for now. And I'll see you down the road.